Hi folks, welcome to Crisco's Corner. Unfiltered commentary, and not your truth, the real truth. Please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thank you for your support. Hi folks, welcome back from PJ Media. I saw this article and I shook my head as well. The name of the article is, "Does this make any sense to you?" Me either. There's the Queen. Now, everybody knows when you say the Queen, you mean Queen Elizabeth II. There she is, sitting there by herself with a mask on. Britain's Queen Elizabeth II takes a seat during the funeral of Prince Philip, the man who had been by the Queen's side for 73 years at Windsor Castle, Windsor, England. Now, I was at Windsor Castle in the early 80s, and everywhere we went in England for that 2 weeks, Scotland and Wales, the Queen was there because they fly her flag above wherever she is. So it was kind of weird. Either she was following us or we were following her, but I got to meet the Queen Mother. This is the Queen here's mother. They call her the Queen Mother. She came off her yacht off the Thames River, and there was a big crowd and happened to be in front. And I shook her hand, and I said, "Nice meeting you, ma'am." And she said, "Oh, how nice." An American. So we don't realize as Americans, we do have accents like everybody else. But this is ridiculous. Prince Philip dead April 9th at the age of 99 after 73 years of marriage to Britain's Queen Elizabeth. Now, she's heartbroken. I don't care if you like the Queen or not. You're married to somebody for 73 years, and you've got to sit alone by yourself with a mask on? No family members around? Silent dignity of the Queen. Her Majesty cuts a lonely figure at Philip's funeral as COVID regulations force her to wear a mask and sit alone. Read the headline of the Daily Mail on Saturday above a picture of a bereaved Queen sitting alone in a pew during her husband's funeral in Windsor Castle, St. George Chapel. Prince Philip is laid to rest as Queen sits alone to set example. I think this was her idea. I doubt it. Following strict social distancing and rules during the pandemic, the Queen set an example even in grief, sitting apart from her family members arranged around the church, the Daily Mail reported. Other royals who are in family bubbles sat together. Bubbles meaning people that live together, close. The Queen was accompanied to the funeral by Lady Susan Hussey, her lady-in-waiting during the past year. She joined the Queen and Philip in HMS Bubble as one of about 20 staff who cared for the royal couple in lockdown at Windsor Castle. Now remember something. If I'm not mistaken, and I haven't read this article before this, so I wanted this to be new to me as well as I was doing this video. I believe the Queen has gotten her vaccine. Buckingham Palace confirmed that the Queen will wear a mask for the duration of the services and be seated by herself. Because of current COVID restrictions, all guests who are not members of the same household must sit 2 meters apart, roughly 6 feet. The Queen and the late Prince Philip have been in a bubble with some members of their household for the last year, so the monarch was not eligible to join a support bubble with other members of her family. Besides, she's the Queen. She doesn't need permission or eligibility to do anything. In earlier times, the British sovereign would have such contentious subjects beheaded. Well, she's the Queen. If you don't like it, shove it. I thought she had more backbone than that. Maybe she just said, the hell with it. Got pressure from outside sources. Who the hell knows? Queen's pretty sharp. I always liked the Queen. And those of you that don't like her, well, too bad. So the 94-year-old monarch bid farewell to her beloved husband of 73 years, masked alone in a church pew without the reassuring squeeze of a hand or an encouraging word from a family member whispering into her ear. But why? The Queen has been fully vaccinated against the COVID-19 virus. If these vaccines are as effective as we're told they are, why on earth would she need to wear a mask, let alone social distance family members? Yeah, damn good question. But she's the Queen. She's the head of state. Do what the hell she wants. And it gets worse. Both Prince Philip and Prince William, the Queen's son and grandson, respectively, have recovered from COVID-19 infections, meaning they have the antibodies. They can't catch it. And Charles and his wife, Camilla Parker Bowles, both have been vaccinated. So why not Charles sat with his mother? What kind of son leaves his mother alone at one of the lowest moments of her life? And how much do you want to bet they checked the vaccination cards before admitting anyone to the funeral? This is insane. Absolutely insane. There's nothing more than kabuki theater. If the Queen wanted to set an example for her people, she shed the mask and sit with her family to signal her confidence in the efficacy of the vaccines. Instead, she's signaling the vaccine makes no difference. While people want to blame anti-vaxxers and conservative pundits for what has been called vaccine hesitancy, the blame ought to be laid squarely at the feet of those who continue to mask and social distance despite being fully vaccinated or recovered from the virus. I agree. I'm not an anti-vaxxer. In fact, I'm going to take it in the next few weeks. I can't because, unfortunately, some asshat, when I was in front of my store, their dog bit me. Bit me pretty good, too, and then took off. So we have no record of the dog had rabies shots. So I had gone through a series of rabies shots, and I don't mean one at a time. The first set is 4, and there was 4 other series after that. In emergency rooms at 12 to 1 o'clock in the morning when it's slow and I could get in. Yeah. So taking the rabies vaccine, I can't take the COVID-19 vaccine for quite a few weeks. So I'm not an anti-vaxxer either. It's unbelievable. Oh, gosh. Be squarely at the feet of those continue to mask and social distance despite being fully vaccinated or having recovered from the virus. How many people will lose their lives as a result of the mixed messages being sent by world leaders and health experts? This insanity needs to stop. I saw a video not too long ago. I think it was last week and a half ago. What a poor Queen. Oh, God, look at her. She's got to be absolutely heartbroken. Can you imagine? I know my mother and my dad died 4 years ago. They were married in 1957. You can do the math. And it's heartbreaking. I can't even begin to imagine. I know my youngest brother died. My baby brother died in 2011. I was just heartbroken. It took me weeks to recover. I've never had that kind of emotional pain really hit me that hard to the core of my being. But can you imagine 73 years married to the same person? The love of your life. Now, will they have a perfect marriage? Of course, nobody did. And if you believe half of what is said, Prince Philip was exactly the stellar husband in a lot of ways. But he loved her and she loved him. He was a strapping young naval officer, handsome, virile. And I guess the royal family at the time when she was young was against the match. She insisted. My understanding is the only man she ever loved. And here she is 73 years later. And these asshats made her sit by herself like that. My God, my God. What the hell is wrong with people? She's the queen. She probably didn't want to fight them to sit by herself because she was so broken up and mentally just burned out that she said, yeah, whatever. Just shut up and let me to get through this. What a shame. I think the world the Queen always have. And my understanding is President Trump is a huge fan of the Queen, as was President Trump's mother. President Trump's mother was originally from Scotland. And my understanding is when they were at a dinner, when President Trump was in England having a state dinner, and he sat next to the Queen, and they got talking, and President Trump had mentioned how much his mother loved the Queen. And he got a little teary-eyed, thinking of his mother, and said, boy, I wish she was here now. She would think this is really something. She loved you. And the Queen thanked him, and here she is, 73 years. Funny little side note, Prince Philip once said years ago he would be horrified if he lived to be 100. And he died when he was 99. So my prayers go out to the Queen and other members of the royal family. 99 years is a hell of a life. He was a great pilot. He got his pilot's license faster than anybody in British history. Sportsman, not a perfect man, but under the spotlight for over 73 years. And just look at her sitting there. It's just such a shame. Such a shame. Anyway, folks, just wanted to show you this ridiculousness and stupidity. It makes no sense. The author is right. Maybe she didn't want to fight the powers that be. She has the authority, can do what the hell she wants. She's the head of state, for Pete's sake. And this is how far these progressive leftist morons will go. They don't give a damn about anybody, including the Queen of England. And if you're English, you're sovereign. If they won't do this for the Queen, can you imagine what they think about you here in the United States? They don't give a good damn if you work. They don't damn if your business goes under. They don't give a damn if you're destroyed. Financially, emotionally, they don't care if families break up. They don't care about the alcoholism, the drug addiction. That's because of all of these lockdowns and this nonsense. They don't give a good damn. Do as I say, I'm in charge. There's no country on earth that'll fight back authority better than the United States. And I've seen tens of millions just give in without a word. And that scares the hell out of me. And until next time, folks, goodbye and good luck.